But if you look over here to our left, that's going to be the Reno Tahoe Airport. And how is that significant? Well, it's significant for many reasons, because the range that we're about to go to handles a lot of tourism from all over the country here, and from states like California, who don't have the pleasure of having automatic weapons. So when you come out of the airport right here and you come across the freeway, you make the first left-hand turn, and then that's where you're going to find our last stop in our North American Range Tour. We're going to go in there just in a second. So as you make the corner here on Market Street, just on the other side of the freeway is the airport to my left here. As you're looking here to the right, you're going to see a Honda shop right there. And then you're going to see a Harley-Davidson shop. When you get the Harley-Davidson shop, you're going to slow down here at Yale. And you're going to make a left-hand turn. And there you have it. Reno Guns and Range. Beautiful facility. Look at this outside here. Generous use of the color purple, that's for sure. But this is our last stop in the Range Tour.
Reno Guns and Range, right off the freeway, just outside of downtown Reno, is a brand new indoor range. Ken Crawford here is the range manager, and he's here to talk to us a little bit about the store, why it's here, and what happened to make this beautiful facility. Hi, Ken.
Hi, nice meeting you. So yeah, this place is a culmination of efforts from about the last 5 or 6 years. The owner of the facility, her name is Debbie Block, and this was kind of forecasted out from another store prior to this, which was just a retail center, combined with a digital range in another location. So those two combined, along with a lot of our hopes and dreams, if you will, to come into this place and build what we feel is the best retail and training facility in our area.
I don't doubt that. So for what we've seen so far, it's a beautiful place. Your story and our story are very similar. We were a very small retail store. It kind of started off of a suggestion or a dare, you might say. It's a very similar thing, except that our ranges are almost 1 month apart. We were building the exact same time you guys were building down in Central California.
Awesome, yeah.
But can you tell us a little bit about what kind of retail guns you got here, or what kind of store you have here?
Sure. So we're a full service facility. We are also a Class 7, so we manufacture our own guns.
Wow.
So we have the Battleborn AR and a Battleborn AK-47. Behind me over here is where we keep most of our handguns. We have some consignment long guns, and then kind of off screen over here is where we have our parts.
Magpul, we sell a lot of Magpul.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys do too.
And this is, for the most part, our retail side. Over there, closer to our range, we have what we call our suppressor island, and then a lot of our NFA items. So we do sell everything here: handguns, long guns, shotguns, suppressors, short barrels, you name it.
Well, that's not the only thing you do is sell guns.
No, we do a lot of other things. We have a gunsmithing room, and we do a lot of training here.
Well, can we go take a look at the classroom?
Awesome, yeah, let's go.
All right. Before we came here, I had a chance to take a look at your guys' website, and I saw a list of training like that on the website. Correct. You guys do a lot of training here.
We do. So we're pretty proud of that. We have everything from a youth firearms familiarization and safety class, all the way up to we train some law enforcement when they come in and some military. But the focus on this facility here is for your average civilian that's coming in. You know, your soccer dad and your soccer mom that have a couple kids, and we're focused on helping them meet their responsibility as a firearms owner and help keep them and their family safe. So we have, you know, home defense classes, carrying out in a public environment classes, workplace violence classes. What happens if there may be an active shooter or terrorism in your area? You know, for us, we don't really care how you define that. We care about helping people keep themselves safer with whatever they have at the time. There seems to be a lot of people that are focused on the gun, for good or bad.
Sure.
We tend to focus in on the person.
Sure. Now, there's another room in this facility. It's called your VIP room.
Yes, it's a very nice room.
Conference room?
Yeah, it's a very nice conference room. Let's go talk in there, eh?
And let's look at the ranges too. That's where you're specializing in, right?
Cool, yep, that is my specialty.
Good. So we are now in the conference VIP room.
Yep.
And that is connected to 4 bays for your VIPs.
Yes, we have a private 4-lane VIP room, and then this is our VIP, or we refer to it as our special events room as well.
Special events room, okay, great. And then classrooms-wise, you have 2 or 3 classrooms down there?
Correct, yeah, we have 2. We have one large room that can be separated with an air wall, which puts it into effectively 2 different classrooms.
This room here, though, has a pool table in it. It's got all kinds of tables and chairs. Do you guys have corporate events or people that rent this room?
We do. We have some corporate team building events. Our first event in this room was a wedding reception.
Good.
Lots of bachelor parties, but for the most part, it is a corporate team building, which is why we have all the different chairs. The room itself has the 2 different TVs, and it has separate audio channels from our retail as well, so that we can put that up.
Sure, sure. When you say wedding reception or birthday party at an indoor range, sometimes people get confused. There's nothing confusing about it. It's actually a great place to come and have probably one of the nicer small private classrooms you can get in the city here.
Yes, and have fun. You know,
Yeah.
with the staff. I'm sure like you guys have at your place. It makes it safe and fun for people. So for getting outside the box, you know, a lot of people can just keep going to the same old balloons and cakes, or they can come here and have a lot of fun. So we've had youth birthday parties. So I think 10 years old to 77-year-old is the range of parties that we've had over here.
Wow, wow, that's great, great. And then there's one more room down here. We'll have some pictures of it, but RBT?
So it's our reality-based training room.
Okay.
That's what we call it. What that is it's a separate dedicated area where we use modular walls, and the space itself is dedicated to evaluating our students' application of skills. So students will spend some time in the classroom learning some concepts and principles. They come out to the range and they develop those skills. Then in our reality-based training room, they apply those skills with a facilitator and professional role players. So that's a live
fire, but it's little paintballs.
Correct. So it's not even just a paintball. So that we're using real guns that are converted, just like law enforcement, military.
Sure.
So we run Glock 17s, Glock 19s, HK-USPs, AR-15s, and an M16 in there.
Wow.
ATK force-on-force rounds, so they are primer-driven. You do get muzzle blast.
Sure.
All protective equipment is worn, and everyone in there is certified to be able to do that kind of stuff. So the emotional aspect of it is, it can't be stated high enough how valuable it is.
I've been through a lot of scenario-based live fire training, one-on-one or force-on-force. There's nothing like it. It really does put you in the middle of the problem or the situation, and the next thing you know, you're getting that train like you fight, basically.
Correct, yeah.
And that is the best way to train like you fight.
That'll show you.
Yeah. Now finally, this is an indoor range, so you have 3 bays.
Correct.
They are different sizes though. How does it work?
So we have 10 lanes in our public bay. We have 6 lanes on what we call our tactical bay, which is the reason we call it our tactical bay is all of the baffles on the ceiling overhang, and there's also steel along the walls that are also covered by rubber. So it's a true 270-degree bay. We do put targets up on the sides, and we intentionally will shoot at our walls if need be in order for movement out there, which you don't see at a normal indoor facility. Intentionally shooting this way.
Yeah, that's very, very rare. That's for sure. And I love it. That's a great opportunity for people to get that next level training.
Yep. We live in a 360-degree environment. Obviously, we have safety parameters out here, so we try to get as close to it as we can. And then our last bay that we'll look at is our private 4-lane bay attached to this room.
And one thing that we don't get in California that you do get here is the chance to have a giggle switch on your guns?
Absolutely, yeah. So our guns aren't broken, I hear, so we can put them all the way to full auto. The selector switch goes all the way around.
The free state of Nevada.
Yeah.
So somebody can come in from California, like Sacramento or wherever,
Absolutely.
and say, hey, I want to play with some automatic weapons, and you'll take care of them.
Yes, we have two. We have two different walls, so we have a pretty good selection. M16s, AK-47s. We have some, the fun guns, the Thompson 45. We have an MP40 that's originally from World War II. We have some M2 carbines, Uzis. We have a lot of Swedish K. There's a lot of just fun guns over there, and as long as someone's legally allowed to shoot a gun, they can shoot a full auto gun. There's nothing prohibiting them from doing that.
That's fantastic. Well, beautiful facility here. We need to wrap this thing up. This is our very last stop in our range tour, the Great Northwest Range Tour. And we couldn't have stopped, finalized it at a nicer place. This is really something special. Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate it. And I wish you guys all the luck and all the prosperity in this beautiful facility. I want to see you guys grow and enjoy yourself.
And back to your range as well, and safe travels.
Come by sometime.
I will.
All right. Well, this wraps up our 6th state journey of the Northwest. We are at Reno Guns and Range, right outside of downtown Reno on the 580. And Ken was great. And it's amazing the new facilities that are out there and what they're doing to make the experience so much better. What do you think about this place here?
Awesome. Very clean. They've got lots of really cool guns in there. They've even got full autos available to rent for anybody that's able to shoot a firearm.
What do you think about that force-on-force room?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, they have a whole almost warehouse-sized facility in the back just used for doing training.
Their level of training here is as good as I've seen in many, many, many ranges, and something that we hope to aspire to here soon. But we gotta build ourselves a room like that. That was something else. The staff here was once again very friendly, a very clean-cut group of people. You can see their focus is on professionalism and on the customer experience. And I think that's something that we've found overall in this too. The gun range, indoor range culture is very, very focused in on customer service, the family, and training.
Yeah, and the community.
Yes. Well, like with Ed Santos up at Post Falls, Idaho, at Center Target. They have their big give back weekend where they bring in vendors. They do over 100 units of blood and 15,000 pounds of food, and all these ranges do similar items such as that. Boy, does Redding feel like a month ago.
Yeah.
The guys over there were great, and then ever since then, this has been a journey for me, one of the neatest experiences I've had. A chance to meet range owners and managers, and a chance to get a look at the people all through the Northwest. You know, up in the Northwest, there's a lot of snow, it's a lot of cold winters. So there's a real good use for facilities like this that can bring people in from the cold and still work on their shooting and work with their family or introduce themselves to new challenges and train. But I think one thing that has resonated throughout this entire tour, this being our final stop, the commitment to excellence and customer service and the family.
Yeah.
For each one of these ranges we've met. I want to thank everybody who's been a part of this journey, especially everybody from the ranges that we've met and let us interview. I realize it's an inconvenience sometimes, and sometimes it's difficult to get on camera, but we were so happy for the people who actually came up and let us be part of their lives for just a little while and to learn more about what's happening in the indoor range culture all through the northern states on the west coast of the United States. Anything else?
I think that's it. I'm ready to get home and shave all this stuff off.
It's been quite the journey. Hotels, camping, campsites, beautiful country.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's been nothing more than absolutely beautiful. And for 3,000 miles of our lives, we can now say that we've done it, been there, and we've had a chance to see the best that America has to offer.
Yep.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, I got some weird lines on my map. Let's see what they mean. We'll be crossing in just a second.
There it is.
Welcome to California. Holy mackerel, what a long journey, huh?
Yeah.
We're going to be going over Carson Pass in just a minute, and once again through some beautiful, beautiful high country. And let's see, well, what a week, huh? 10 days. This is the 10th day of our journey. And
what an awesome trip. So many things we've seen.
What sticks out for you?
Just the difference in climate we've seen. I mean, we went from cold to hot to cold to hot to rain to cold to hot, and it seems like we're about to go back into cold again.
Yeah, we have a lot of snowy mountain peaks still in late June.
Yep.
That's a rarity in our part of the world. But I tell you, the difference in culture and lifestyle kind of stuck out with me. With 9:30 sunsets in Seattle,
Yeah, no kidding.
And going across that 75th parallel or 45th or whatever it was, and just the difference in climate and all the green. And I've never been in Idaho before, like we were this week.
And I guess the rest of the world doesn't get up at 5 a.m. since the coffee shops all open at 8.
Yeah, what was it? Yesterday Mike was telling us there was a, what was it that opens at, donut shops.
Yeah, the donut shops.
Open at 8 o'clock around here. It's like, really? Well, it's just a different world wherever you go, but we're the same people. It's truly amazing how this country has stayed together, and we've all been so different but all the same at the same time. Another thing that kind of disappoints me is there's no more unique America. I was just in Carson driving by a Buffalo Wild Wings. It seems like every time we go in now has a Buffalo Wild Wings. And of course they all have a Lowe's and they all have a Home Depot. And it just doesn't make much for uniqueness of each area. It seems like the further we go down this road in time, the more everybody's going to be the same and have the same small town or the same mid-sized town. You got to look really hard anymore to find those unique small businesses, small little restaurants. We had a great barbecue yesterday in Sparks. That it was just wonderful, but it wasn't one of those big steakhouses. I don't know. As for a whole journey, this has been one of the best trips of my life. And what we've seen and what we've done, not many people get to do, and I can see why the cycling culture for touring is so addictive for people. Well, there you go. 10 days as we go into the Sierra Nevada mountains in California and head home on day 10. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you learned something. I know we did, and I hope that we presented ourselves in a good way with the limited funds and budget and crew that we had. But we really do appreciate you watching, and we hope that you stick around and maybe we'll do this again sometime.